Welcome to CITC 2337 Lab 2.2 video for using FSRM. So for this lab we'll be installing FSRM, creating a shared folder, creating a quota template, showing the event logs for each entry, we'll be creating a file screen group, creating a storage report, and creating a file management task.
Let's go ahead and start with this lab. The first thing we'll be doing is installing the file server resource manager on server A. So let's go manage, add roles and features, role based, then under file and storage services you'll see the file server resource manager, include management remote tools, next, and install. Okay, so we just finished the installation. Now let's go over to our C drive. I'm going to create a share folder. And we're going to name it marketing. Then we're going to go to properties and sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder, share name marketing, permissions, you want to go everyone, full control. Okay, another thing I'm going to do is go into C drive, properties, quota, enable quota management, hit apply. Okay. So the next thing we'll be doing is managing a quota for our file server resource manager. So tools, file server resource manager. Just take a second to load, I guess. Alright, and quota management. And let's see, create quota template, and the template name we want to be marketing template for this lab, or the optional. The limit, we want a 5 megabyte limit with a soft quota. Oops. Just edit that real quick. Soft quota. And a notification you want to send to the event log. That'd be fine. When you apply a template to existing quotas, the current properties of the template overwrite all the properties. Apply template only to derived quotas and match the original template. Okay. Alright. So the next thing we'll do after we create this quota template is create a quota. So let's go ahead and right click this quota and do create a quota. And the path we want it to is in marketing, the folder that we just made. Select it. Create quota on path. Yes. And then we just want to select the marketing template that we just made, and we hit create. Okay, so let's go ahead and test out our template and our quota that we just made. So let's copy this file that's bigger than 5 megabytes into our marketing folder that has a quota restriction on it. So let's do that. It's compressed. Let's extract it to our C drive. Okay, that should be bigger than 5 megabytes now. Let's see. Yep, 10 megabytes. Alright, now let's go to our event viewer and let's see if the log was sent. Let's see. Warning: user class administrator has exceeded the 85% quota threshold for the quota marketing on server A. The quota limit is 5 megabytes and 4 megabytes currently is in use. Alright. So we did receive a notification. Now let's just go back over to the folder we just made. Oops. Just minimized my entire virtual machine. And let's go ahead and clear out this. And let's move on to the next step, where we're going to be creating a follow screen. In order to create a file screen, we would have to go over to Server Manager, Tools, File Server, Resource Manager, and go to File Screen Management. First thing we'll be doing is creating a file group. So we'll be right-clicking it, create file group, and the file group name in this instance would be Marketing Screen. Files to include will be the extensions of JPEG, GIF, and bitmap. And we'll be excluding this particular file name, picture.jpg. And hit OK. The next thing we'll be doing is creating a file screen for the marketing folder. So let's go to file screen, create file screen, and the path is just the marketing folder. Actually, I think custom. And then settings. Well, let's just do this. Let's go file screen template, create, and then we'll do it from here. So let's name this screen marketing screen. And then just select active and just go down to our marketing screen group. And let's go to event log and send a warning. Okay. Alright. And then create file screen, marketing, and then marketing screen. Bam. So then we just have to click that instead of customize it. You can do it that way from the beginning like I was originally going to do, but the screen would just make it easier if you would do it that way. But with that being done, hit create, and we now have the file group, the source template, and everything all set up for File Server Resource Manager and file screen. So let's go ahead and test out this real quick. So what we want to do is copy a JPEG file to the marketing folder that we just created. Well, that we just created file screen for. Let's just drag that in there. And then let's rename this picture.jpg. And let's make a copy of that real quick. Let's see if it'll send the event log now. So let's go ahead and test it out real quick. So let's go to the event viewer, hit refresh, and let's see what we just got. Configuration. Let's try this again. Let's make sure our marketing screen active and the group JPEG exclude picture.jpg. Okay. This could be it. Okay, well, sorry about that. So, went ahead and figured out what the problem was. I'm able to exclude the pictures and everything else with JPEG is now blocked. The event log, let's refresh it, and here it is right there. That was sent. What I had to do to fix it was just a small little problem with my details I made for my marketing group, and that was forgot the asterisk, which means all with this extension name. Alright, and let's move on to the next step. We're going to be creating a storage report. So let's go ahead and begin with the next part of this video. And for a storage report, we're going to be doing Server Manager, Tools, File Server Resource Manager, and inside of that we're going to be generating a report from underneath the Storage Reports Management, and we'll be clicking on Schedule a New Report Task. For the report name, we're going to do Marketing Report. And the report data such as duplicate files, which is usually just having more than one file of the same type, file screening, followed by file group, etc, etc. Okay. I'm going to leave all the parameters, everything else as defaulted. The scope, we're going to be adding our marketing folder to it. So let's go down to C drive, marketing, okay. Delivery, we can send reports to the following administrators. I'm just going to skip that, and then the schedule. Let's see. We're going to leave that be. Let's go ahead and hit OK. Well, guess you have to choose something. What does it say? At least one day a week. So let's see, what is today? Monday. Oh, let's hit OK. And let's go ahead and generate it. Generate reports in the background. Yes. Okay, now it's queued up. Alright, so the report went ahead and ran its course. Now let's go ahead and view it and discuss the information inside of the storage report. So in the C drive, storage reports is the location that all reports are saved using storage reports management, and usually would be under scheduled, and that's if it's automated, but in this situation it's not. We forced it, so it would be interactive. And here's all the report details that we had listed for the report data. And let's see, quota usage, access, large files, duplicate files. Let's do quota usage. See, quotas 1, total usage 0.04. Give us all the information regarding quota usage. Let's see, recently accessed, not tracked, least recently accessed, report, and it just goes on. See, large files greater than 5, file screening audit. So you can see how useful this can be if you really want to observe shared folders and maintain a certain parameter that you want your users to stay within. And let's go ahead and move on to the next part. We'll be creating a file management task. And for the file management task, we'll just be going to Server Manager, and then Tools, Files, Server Resource folder, and be right-clicking File Management Task, Create File Management Task, and just gonna name this Archive JPG files. Alright. Actually, let's hold off on that real quick. Let's go to a C drive, and we're going to be creating a folder, and I'll explain why in just a second. We'll be doing expired files for this, and let's just leave all that as it is. So expired files, and then let's go back over to our file management task. So we have the name of it. Let's see the scope. We want to add our marketing folder. Okay, and then the actions, we file expiration, and this is why I made the file a second ago, because we'll be adding the directory to it. So let's find it, expired files, and then for notification we just want to add our event log warning, advanced notification days, 15, everything looks good. And then let's just skip that over. Conditions, we want to do file name patterns, and let's do that .jpg. Okay, so any file that has this pattern will be sent to expiration folder, and a report will be sent out. Let's see. Conditions. Let's see. Let's make that just a couple minutes from now. Okay. So we got it scheduled to run for a few minutes. Conditions tab, and everything looks good. Hit OK. Now let's go ahead and copy a JPEG file over to our marketing folder. Oh, we already had one there. Well, we still have that restriction in place. This should be just as good. So let's go ahead and wait a few minutes, and we'll see what happens. We went ahead and added some more in there. Let's go ahead and rerun this real quick. I changed the edit file management task properties, and I did 0 days before running action. Let's hit OK. Let's do run file task management now. Speed up things a little bit. Let's see. Alright. Let's go back over here, and the marketing folder is now empty. Let's go over to our expired files, server A, and let's do the latest one. Well, one of these. There we go. So there we go. We have our expired files.
In conclusion, we installed FSRM, we created a share folder, created a quota template, showed the event logs for the entries, created a file screen group, created a storage report, and a file management task.